Welcome to my channel. My name is Makisha. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Brows are filled in. I'm just taking the spoolie and I'm just brushing up. I know they look super thick right now, but they're not gonna stay that way. So, freaking mic was not on, but I was saying that today's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys. And I'm just doing an everyday beat for this video. I'm going to my dad's cousin's house in West Palm Beach. I live in Broward County, South Florida. I'm going up there to have Thanksgiving dinner slash lunch slash dinner with them. So I just decided to come on here and do my makeup with you guys and just chit chat a bit. I just decided that I'll just tell you guys a story of how I even met them and got to know them, because they're in like my dad's generation and above. So yeah, I was still living in New York at the time, so I was living in Brooklyn, and a commercial came on for Ancestry.com. So I was like, you know what, what's the odds of them having like any information on my background, being that I'm from the Caribbean, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. What's the odds of anything on there being, you know what I mean, even like a little bit related to me? I'm using Tarte Shape Tape, and I have this in Tan, Deep, Sand, and Deep. So yeah, so I saw the commercial on the TV and I was like, oh my goodness, what's the likelihood of my grandparents' information, like anything about any family, being on there? So I went ahead and I just was like, okay, let me just put like my grandparents' names and stuff in the system together. I think I googled it. I think I googled their names, and then this information popped up and it was a link to Ancestry.com. So there was like a weird middle name that I wasn't familiar with for my grandfather. So I called my dad and I'm like, Daddy, is this grandpa's middle name? Because both my grandparents are deceased, unfortunately. So on my dad's side, they're both gone. So I called him and I'm like, Daddy, is this grandpa's middle name? I'm that type of person. Like, I like to know. I like history. I like to know where I came from. And he was like, you know what, Keisha, I think so. So I went ahead and I did the trial for Ancestry.com, and I started seeing the whole family tree and names of like uncles and aunts and people that I know like on the tree. As far as my generation, like from my dad down to my cousins and stuff, there wasn't any names, but we were represented by symbols. So I decided to message the person that created the tree, and I started talking to them. And yeah, I started talking to them through the website. We didn't exchange numbers at that point, I don't think. So I started talking to the person and he's giving me all of this information, and I'm trying to cross-check with my dad and stuff. So it turns out that his mom is my grandfather's sister. They call her Auntie Tanti Quessa. So yeah. So fast forward to me moving down here 7 years ago. Y'all, it's been 7 years that I've been in Florida. So I got that concealer all over my lids. I'm going to take this brush by Real Techniques 405, and I'm just going to pat that out, blend that out. Yeah, so fast forward to me moving to South Florida. Unfortunately, I had a death in the family, and my aunt actually, I had a death in my family, and my aunt passed, and my dad's youngest sister got in contact with me, and she was like, there's this, a cousin of ours is in Florida, and I gave him your number, just to, you know, he's legit or whatever, because y'all, I'm big on my safety. So they're like, oh, there's a cousin of ours in Florida. This is like about 6 years later after that initial interaction on Ancestry. It's like 5 to 6 years later. So from the time she told me that, I was like, I wonder if it's the same guy, you know, that I met, and she was like, he know my uncles, he know everybody, and she just basically like reassuring me like, hey, you should reach out to this cousin. So I contacted the number, and after I was talking to him for a bit, I realized that he is the one that created the ancestry page that I was talking to years ago. Isn't that crazy? So crazy. So he has all of this knowledge, y'all. Like, he knows everything, everybody. Like, he knows a lot. And where we are from, like where my dad's family's from in Tobago. So sorry, I don't know how YouTubers do this, okay? It's so hard to like do my makeup and talk and let you guys know what I'm using. But I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Foundation in Deep 2 and Deep 5. Yep, mixed together. These two together gives me my perfect shade. The Deep 2 is too dark for me, and the Deep 5 is too light, but together. But I know nobody wants to buy two foundations, but I love the formula. So I'm just gonna use this on the top of my brows. Yeah. When I called him and we spoke on the phone, we were talking about my aunt that had recently passed away, and I had just come back from back home for her funeral. And we were talking about her, and he was telling me that he remembers her, and you know, so we were bonding on that over the phone. And then I was like, he was like, oh, he's in West Palm. I'm like, oh, that's not too far from me, you know what I mean? And he was like, yeah, my aunt told him that I'm in Broward County. And yeah, we just got to talking on the phone, and then we decided to meet up. I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember if I took my boyfriend with me or not, but we ended up meeting up. I know my boyfriend has been up there once or twice, and I've probably been up there about 5 times. They're so cool. His wife is amazing. She loves entertaining. She loves cooking, like cooking, all right? She throws down in the kitchen. But they're so nice to be around. Like, it's just a breath of fresh air. I don't know. And he has so much freaking knowledge. I'm going in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm just going to prime my face. Alright, so I put the Hydro Grip Primer on. And this stuff is amazing. It has the right amount of like tackiness to like grip your foundation. And I've been doing this new technique where you like set your primer with powder. So I'm using the Huda Beauty powder in Kafana. I don't know. You guys see it. I'm doing this since my birthday. My birthday was the 13th. So I'm just lightly putting that powder all over my face. So this Huda Beauty powder is scented, which is a little bit weird for me. I'm not used to that. And I was afraid that it was gonna break me out. So yeah, like this guy has so much knowledge, so much knowledge. So after meeting him for the first time, we were able to go through the family tree online, and it's such a nice hobby for him. Like, he's retired now, he's at home. His wife is amazing. At the time, she was still working. She wasn't retired as yet, but now they're retired. And then the freaking pandemic happened, and I literally haven't seen them since, I think the last time I saw them was maybe Thanksgiving 2019. I think. No. The last time I saw them was New Year's 2020. It was the last time I seen. But we do talk at least twice a month, like every other week. Either he's calling me or I'm calling him. Either way, yeah. So now she's retired as well. They're such a nice, I don't know. I just like family and, you know, gaining knowledge. So the same foundation mixture that I have, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on my face. It's a little thick now because it started to like dry down a little. So I like spreading it out like this, so I don't have so it's not too thick. And now I'm just blending that out. You guys see how this is like a perfect freaking match? It looks like skin. So I'm just mixing it together again. Like, life is just so busy. Sometimes I just don't have time to like visit people and create. I know I'm not as consistent on my channel as I would like to be, but your girl is trying, okay? It's hard. Like, I work a full-time job. I try to create. I also run my dad's Airbnb as well. So like my time, yo, my time. Alright, so I'm just blending that out. Normally for my day-to-day makeup, because I wear a mask, I don't put anything here. I just put it like under my eyes and my forehead and my lashes. That's about it. My stomach is growling. And I'm going there for 1 o'clock. Right now it's 11. You guys see what a flawless application this is? And I do think that the powder underneath is definitely helping. And this foundation is not too bad itself. I like using the black Opal True color. And I got this tip from my girl Makeup Toys. So I like putting this on, and I'm in the color Ebony Brown. It's super creamy. Next I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in Deep 53N. I have 53N, 53 Golden. I can definitely tell the difference in the undertone. I think Golden is more it, but I ran out, and this is not cheap. So we're gonna finish the 53N. Down my nose and my good old forehead. Alright, so I'm using the 200 brush to blend out the contour, and I'm going to use this setting brush to blend out the concealer. So let's get to blending. Let's get this melted. And I like the concealer to sit longer. And on your cheekbones, it's good to blend up. Y'all, I actually have to record a content video right after. This is why I'm like doing my makeup like this, because I would have just did the regular old beat, you know. So I'm going to use the brush that I used for the foundation, and I'm just going to blend out the edges a little bit of the contour, just to help make everything seamless. So I like letting the concealer sit so that it's more opaque. It dries down a bit. I get more coverage out of it. So I'm just blending out the edges first and leaving the under eye alone. Just tapping, tapping, tapping. You see how seamless and nice that blend is. Like, if you're just starting out with makeup, I suggest getting Real Technique brushes. Like, they are amazing and they are affordable. You're winning. I suggest this setting brush, one of the Instant Pop cheek brushes, which is the 405, and which is like a go-to. These two are basically go-tos. I also suggest Morphe brushes, because you can buy single brushes. You don't have to get a whole pack and then have brushes in there that you will never use. But yeah, so I take the concealer on my lid and blend it out as well under eye. Highlight on my nose and my chin. So I'm going to take the Walnut foundation stick and I'm just going to contour my nose. I like to go in with this Morphe M173 brush, It's really rounded and domed in, and just blend out my nose contour. Y'all see that? Yeah, this stuff is so creamy. So yeah, just the edges and just buff that down and into the brows. Alright, so I'm gonna go in and set this face, okay? So I'm taking a powder and I'm just pressing it in. Alright, so face is all set, okay? So I like using this contour palette by Fruit Cosmetics, and I'm just lightly gonna set the contoured areas. Just lightly. Sorry guys, in between recording this, like no lie, I'm responding to like Airbnb messages, a whole businesswoman over here, okay? Responding to messages, inquiries, like doesn't stop. But I'm grateful for the business that my dad's Airbnb is getting. God knows it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Yeah, this pandemic has taught me so much. Some people try it. I swear, like some people try it. Like I didn't know how difficult some people like truly are. Normally I use my Nubian 2 palette for my everyday makeup. Look at this. This orange right here. Y'all, this orange right here, amazing. Morocco. I'm gonna need a new palette just for Morocco. Alright, so I'm going in with Morocco, and this is the Morphe 330 brush, and I'm just gonna place that in my transition area, and then I'm just gonna buff it out like so. Y'all see how beautiful this orange is? Why I've been in love with it for years. And the pans are so big that it lasts for a long time. Like not purple, like a burgundy. And I like to pat that right below where I place Morocco. Just more in the crease. Yeah. After I pat that down, I'm gonna go with my small Morphe 405M 506 brush. What am I saying? And just buff that out. Y'all, I'm thankful for every opportunity that God has afforded me this year and throughout this pandemic. I'm thankful for my platform. I'm thankful for all of you guys for supporting me. I'm just thankful right now. Alright, so I'm just going back in with Morocco and I'm just buffing out the outside. So this is daytime, okay? Nice daytime beat. Just a little touch, okay? Just a touch. Just a touch. Bit of the setting powder and just put that on the lid. I'm gonna put on some mascara. This is the Huda Beauty mascara and it's amazing. Y'all, I vouch for this mascara. It is amazing. Do you guys see this? And I do have long lashes naturally, but yeah. This just takes my natural lash to a whole nother level. So thankful for like everything that God has done for me this year, throughout my entire life. Like just reflecting on life. You know, like sometimes when you have a birthday or, you know, a significant life event happen, you just start thinking, you know, more. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the people that I have in my life. Just for everything. I'm truly grateful. So I'm using the NYX end for my lower lashes. So I'm gonna, this got messed up a little, so I'm gonna let it dry down a little bit and then I'll just scrape off the excess. I like using this Inglot gel liner. Put it in the back of my hand. It's so creamy. get this in like a blue or another color because it's really, really good. I'm gonna take the same Morocco, put some blush on my face. Makeup Forever foundation powder. Right now it fell and it's like cracked up. Look at this. Horrible. If you know how to fix this, let me know in the comments down below, please. Your girl needs some help. Broke. And this was the second one and the same thing happened. So I'm just using this powder to like finish off my face. Make sure. And yeah, this is an everyday beat. I'm not even gonna put on any lashes because it's not necessary. I'm gonna use the Morphe. So I'm gonna take the sponge and I'm just melting everything in. Setting spray definitely helps to get that powder look off. It's 11:34. I got 30 minutes to record that next video. So I put Duo Lash Glue on my brows. And then I just take a spoolie and brush it through. And y'all will not believe how these brows stay all day. It don't move, okay? Alright, now this is a day 2 wash and go. I had it in 2 scrunchies overnight and now it's out. Right, water, because you know water is a girl's best friend. So I put a little bit of water, fluff. So yeah, so nice natural beat. The brows are nice and soft, the look is nice and soft. So yeah, thank you guys so much for rocking with me for this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more everyday makeup looks. Also, if you want to see me do like a drugstore everyday makeup look, I can do that as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video.